nice to meet you. My name is Edwin. I'm from Surakarta. But now I'm studying at Atmajaya, Yogyakarta as an industrial engineering student. The campus is a tiny building from the north of Yogyakarta. There are 4 campuses of the Atmajaya. Three of them are near from my house, and then the other bit is a bit far from it. Remember when I got presentation in the foreign language 2 class? I work on team and talk about time travel. We discussed, presented nicely with many exciting conversation. Now I want to discuss more about that time travel in detail. We will talk about destination, technology, science, and many more. This video is the last project of the foreign language 2 class that provide a journey, adventure, or a trip for all tourists to the galaxy and the planet. So I think that making time travel method with time machine stuff will be cool and interesting idea to be discussed. Anyway, I don't think that is a good beginning, but I'm really bad at speaking. Admit it. Now, let's talk about the main topics. We will talk about what time travel method is. Time travel is a condition that when you access it, you will be able to back to your past. Everybody has their own story about that. Whether it's good or bad, nobody knows except God. But not only God. Don't forget to mention the person that already received your bad and happy story. Sometimes don't forget to we think that we cannot change our past. Yes, sometimes if it's bad, we want to make it change and hope that we can fix it, but nobody can do it. Nobody. Of course, if it's good, we want to replay it many times, but it's only our past. It's over. You cannot turn back. Now, how about our future? In the past, we already know that what is already happened in our life. But about the future, we don't know. Not like the past, everybody don't know how good or bad about our future. Only God will know it, because He created us. He has already decided our future. Then it's a God secret. All we should do is just go through it. No need to worry. Even it's good or bad, it's God's decision. We don't know and we cannot change it. Nothing that we can do. That's about the time travel in the past, future, in our life. But like what I said, we will talk about the time travel linked to the trip galaxy. It's really different than talking about time travel that we discussed before, about the future and the past. If we talk about time travel in galaxy, we will need a combination of the science and technology to make it happen. But in my brains, it's about a thing that called time machine. Time machine is in the life. Maybe it's like a very rare technology that a really genius person who can make it. But reality, when we watch cartoon or animation or something, the creator can easily make the character move to the blank, white, or space place instantly. But it's only animation. How about our real life? It's really hard and need more knowledge, high patience to discover about that. But I'm not saying that's impossible to make, so don't worry. We have discussed about the beginning, what time travel method is, what is the time machine compared to the real life and cartoon. Now we will back to our topics about the trip to the galaxy. Of course, if we want to go to some place, we have to think about the location and destination. In the outer space, there are many planets, galaxy, orbit, or many more. One of my most important topics about the space is about the planet. Our destination that we will take a look when we try to access the outer space is about planet. Of course, every place has their own story and adventure. It's same with galaxy and the planet too. It have a different kind of the adventure. Now we will talk about the planet. We have 9 planets in our outer space. There are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. There are many special things about the 9 planets. Example, Earth is the only place that human can live, Pluto is the smallest planet, Jupiter is the highest, and many interesting facts about it. Now we will go to the Mercury first. Like what you see here, Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, and due to the proximity is not easily seen except during the twilight. For every 2 orbits of the Sun, Mercury completes 3 rotations about its axis, and up until 1965, it was thought that the same side of the Mercury constantly faced the Sun. 13 times a century, Mercury can be observed from the Earth passing across the face of the Sun in an event called a transit. The next will occur in the 9th May 2060. That's the fact of Mercury. Now, cool, isn't it? We will go to the Venus. If we talk about the Venus is the second planet from the Sun, and it's the second brightest object in the night sky after the Moon. Named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty, Venus is the second largest terrestrial planet and is sometimes referred to the Earth's sister planet due to their similar size and mass. The surface of the planet is obscured by an opaque layer of the clouds made up of sulfuric acid. Finally, this is the planet that we're waiting for. Yes, Earth. It's where we live. Cool, isn't it? Plants, animals, humans, ground, sea, country, anything. Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun. The Earth is the only planet in our solar system not to be named after the Greek or Roman deity. The Earth was formed approximately 4.54 billion years ago and is the only known planet to support life. Don't forget the Earth has a thing called Moon that always stands by Earth. Now we go to the planet called Red Planet. The Red Planet, Mars. Yes, come on, Mars. Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun. Named after the Roman god of war, Mars is a terrestrial planet with a thin atmosphere composed primarily of carbon dioxide. And then, the biggest planet is Jupiter. The planet Jupiter is the 5th planet of the Sun, and is 2.5 times more massive than all the other planets in the solar system combined. It's made primarily of the gases and therefore known as gas giant. Interesting, right? Talking about the space reality fact about the planet is really cool, right? Now we will go to the beautiful Saturnus. So pretty. Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun and the most distant that can be seen with naked eye. It is the best known from the fabulous ring system that was discovered in 1910 by the astronomer like Galileo Galilei. The ring is a thing that makes this planet have a specific interesting trait that make it different than the others. Maybe the other planets also have a ring, but Saturn always have the pretty big ring. The next is Uranus. Also a cool planet. Take a look. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun. is not visible to the naked eye and become the first planet discovered with use of the telescope. Uranus is the trip on its side with an axial tilt about 98 degrees. It's often described as rolling around the sun on its side. That's the fact of Uranus. Now we're talking about the planet before. Before we're talking about the planet, now we will go to the discuss about the water. Planet that linked to the water is Neptune. Neptune kenalan water. Even SpongeBob SquarePants have a god of sea called King Neptune. It's really cool to be discussed. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun, and it's the most distant from the Sun. That this giant planet have performed much closer to the Sun in early solar system history before migrating to its present position. And then finally the last planet is Pluto. This is the smallest one, the smallest planet. Some rumor that Pluto is not longer exists as a planet because it's too small. It's like a tiny circle. But the other talking that Pluto is still one of the 9 planets. So I think that I will provide the Pluto's information too for who is curious about it. Okay, don't worry. Discovery in 1930, Pluto is the second closest dwarf planet to the Sun and was at one point classified as the 9th planet. Pluto is also the second most massive dwarf planet, with Eris being the most massive. That all is the fact of the 9 planets. Do you understand? It's good if you understand about what I said. If you don't understand, repeat my video. Oops, I'm just joking. By the way, when I talk about the planets, because the planet is linked with the time travel method as destination that people love to see. And now I'm gonna prove about the 9 planets with a video. That video contain about to compare the size of the planets. Not only the planets, also compared with galaxy, orbit, star, and many more. From the smallest to the largest one. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check it out while I try to use my time travel. understand about that video. I was from Neptune, then go to Saturn, and the middle of the universe, and back to the continue to this video. Actually, I'm not gonna continue this video because I have good scenery in there. But now, let me tell you something. You saw how magnificent this universe. You can imagine how tiny yourself is compared to this universe. Even my fastest friends is look like a dot. Okay, this is the end of my video. Hope you enjoy. Sorry if there are many wrong words and spelling and grammar. Thank you for all who helped me to make this video and for those who listen to it. Thank you. Stay awesome. Bye.